Hey, how's it going? So, I was playing Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode, and it's been pretty fun. Now, admittedly, because I want to try out modern controls, I did 99% of the game under modern controls so I could see what they were going for. As a person who's been playing Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, I'm super used to classic, but doing modern, it felt like a nice change of pace. And I can say, if I had to play another fighting game with those controls, that would be perfectly fine. But being Street Fighter had a particular control scheme of three punches, three kicks for like, what, 30 plus years, it's kind of hard to get used to. So, let's talk about the experience of World Tour mode just a little bit. You can create your own character, and the customization features are so free. Like, you can practically make almost any character you want because of how many options you have, and I really enjoy that. Like, you're probably going to be playing the game or seeing somebody play the game with something of a One Piece abomination, those monsters out there, or you're going to probably see some waifu or a normal dude. And I believe because of the fact that they have pre-built characters and they also have a pre-built character for you in mind, I think they kind of want to make that character as a whole character, but they give you the opportunity to choose whether or not to use that character as is or not. So it's pretty cool that they even give you the option to do that. Now, the other thing is, when it comes to World Tour mode, I had some people tell me that they didn't want to play under modern controls, and that's perfectly fine. Believe it or not, Chapter 1 is so quick that if you've played the demo, you know how short Chapter 1 is. But if you didn't play the demo, going through the MSQ for Chapter 1, main story scenario, my fault, main story quest, is so quick that you're in modern for maybe 5 to 10 minutes if you really want to get out of modern super quick. Now, I want to talk about the length of World Tour mode. World Tour mode, I expected it to be like 4 to 6 hours. And my time in it is like 35. I know, I play RPGs slowly, but the thing is, World Tour mode is designed to be played like an RPG and a fighting game at the same time, so you have stats, but don't let that scare you off too much. If you're used to fighting games, then some of the stats don't matter nearly too much to you, but if you're more into RPG aspect, then the stats can help you drastically. If you're newer into fighting games, you can load up on stats and levels to help even out your abilities. Speaking of abilities, you can take on a master to learn their fighting style, to learn their special techniques, and even to learn more about them. But when it comes to your character in particular, you can mix and match special moves, but whatever master's style you take, you have to use their base kit. So like, let's say Chun-Li, for example. Chun-Li has this move called Serenity Stream. So if you do quarter circle back punch, if I remember correctly in classic, or quarter circle back button in modern, she'll kind of get really low to the ground and gain access to new moves. So if you have to slot in a special move with that same function, you'll lose access to Serenity Stream. But some characters are just going to have moves where you just got to look at it and think, do I want to override this move with a special move or not? Speaking of which, You can also swap your super moves. So you get access to a level 1, level 2, and level 3 super move. And your character actually does the move against the target. So it doesn't matter what you look like or what they look like, they're actually doing the move, which I think is great because it actually lets you feel like your character is learning from somebody else on how to do something. Like, for instance, you have Luke's level 3 Pale Rider, and he'll actually, punch them down, but at level, if you're at critical health, he'll actually do the critical art version where he'll actually try to break through their guard, and then he'll punch through them when they try to punch at him. I'm pretty sure visually it's going to look weird if your character has really long or really short limbs, but it's the whole fact that they actually do the whole animation, which I find to be amazing. And I can't wait till the DLC characters come so you can pick up their styles and see how you like those moves working with your character. Because for some styles, certain moves being put together allows them to get access to combos that you can never believe. Hell, I even seen a infinite combo using a custom character, but you have to match a very particular build. Like, it's a short guy. Well, gender doesn't matter, but it was a guy who was doing it when I seen it. Also, I believe there is one other thing for me to talk about, because I really don't want to talk about the story too much. But one of the disappointments to me in Street Fighter V's Shadow Falls, compared to Street Fighter 6 World Tour modes, was the fact that in Street Fighter V, Ryu essentially had to come to save the day, and I can gladly say to you that the main cast teach you, but they don't really interrupt what your character's doing, so you're not going to expect for them to come out and save the day for you. That's something I really appreciated. So my character goes on this journey for strength to answer the question, what is strength? And you actually find that out. So while you may interact with the other characters, they're not exactly coming in to save you. Although, speaking of that, I will talk about this. In that mode, because they did mention they were unsure with what they wanted to do with Street Fighter 6, if they wanted to make a tag game or not. In World Tour mode, as you start to speak more with your master, you get to learn more about them, and eventually you'll get their phone number and they'll start texting you. And that's around the time when they'll agree to help you out if you just call for them. So in the middle of battle, you hit 2 buttons, they come out, and then it becomes more like a dramatic battle where it's 2 versus 1. Although, because I have not played this game locally with another person yet, I was not able to test out to see whether or not if I can have a friend play as the master. So the best thing I could say is, the master comes out, they do what they want to do, they still can be hit and they still can be interrupted. I gotta stop saying this. I know, I gotta stop saying this. But I really want to hear from other people who's played Street Fighter 6 on platforms other than PC, because when it came to World Tour mode, the thing I do have to knock it for is the weird slowdowns. Now, I can't be sure if it's de novo or not, because de novo does mess with your system, but it seems like World Tour mode, as ambitious as it is, has a bit of an issue maintaining anything above 30 frames per, my fault, a FPS of 30. Yeah, 30 frames per second. But because of that, I'm really trying to figure out whether or not if it's something that could be fixed in the future or not. Anyway, tell me, what's your thoughts? Have you played Street Fighter 6? Have you played World Tour mode? What platform did you play it on? I might do another video, I'm not sure yet, but thanks for coming out and hearing me out. Take care and be safe.